사시부기 육신 메토드라 리라린시
Nendegen Padi
상계신 빅테 오 드로쿠남다 신가시파쇼 이밤 구루 랍나 만달라크람 니르야타야미 상계 찬츠키 초남라 샨슈 발두 닥니 샨슈티 라키 진쇼 지페 수남키 드롤라 펜치 산제 드루파쇼 상게 추드란 쓰기 초남라 샨슈 발두 닥니 샨슈 얀추티 라키 진쇼 지페 소남키 드롤라 펜시 상게 드루파쇼.
Yay. Okay. So now we're going to do El quiz. All right. Okay. So if you're not doing the quiz, you have to avert your gaze. You have to look away. All right, if you're going to do it, get ready. No notes. And begin.
¿Dónde podemos escribir?
Monday?
Where we can write?
Right? On your computer, on a piece of paper, anywhere.
Okay.
How are we doing? How do you say? Casi acabaste?
Sí, yo ya acabé.
Okay. You can do it later if you want. All right. Let's start class 2. Yay. Let me see. Okay. All right. Cool. So we are halfway through the book we're studying. We're already halfway through. Yay! If we're halfway through the book we're studying, how many more verses do we have left?
4.
Yay!
Oh.
8 divided by 2 is 4. Gracias, Hero. So yeah, we have the last 4 verses of. Oh wait, before we start, one of my teachers is in the class. Sonam.
Oh, that's the lit.
My colloquial teacher, colloquial Tibetan, is in class. His name is Sonam. Everyone say, "Hola, Sonam."
Hola, Sunam.
Hola,
Hola.
Sunam.
Hi,
Hola,
Sunam.
everyone.
Hola, Sunam.
Sonam.
Hello.
Kerang Mexico ke Lapti Yupe?
Yintai. Chamuchi. Kapla.
Estele, Sonam.
That's the
I asked him if do you speak Mexican language? He said, of course I do. Of course he doesn't, but he does speak like 4 languages. I don't remember what they are, but yeah. And we'll talk Tibetan and you'll get some seeds and we're gonna have fun. We'll laugh. We'll talk Tibetan and laugh, but don't worry, we're not talking about you. Okay, most of the time. Okay, here we go. So this is the second half. Sunam, Lojang Sikima.
Lojan Sigima.
Yeah. He was supposed to come to first class, but he mixed up the times because weird time zone stuff. So Tik, how you say? Tik Ngapa. We're on the 5th verse.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the 5th verse. It goes like this. Takla Shengi Trak Toki Shekor La Sok Merikpe Kyunka Rangi Lenpa Tang Kelka Shenla Bolwar Shok. Yeah. Ready. So where's my Tibetan student? They didn't come. Rivas is gonna have to read today. Rivas.
Yeah.
There?
No. What, the second line?
No, you're gonna read this whole thing. I already read it, but
Okay, sin
one
from
second.
Douglas.
No, I gotta. You're gonna read it into bed. Okay. Go ahead, Rivas. I just read it. You're gonna do it again. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Douglas Shengi Truck Doggy Shekur Lasog Mirikpe Yonkar Rangi Lempatang Yaka Shenla Wulwar.
Yay. Sorry, my mom came home. Sorry, higher karmic object. All right. Good. So what does this verse mean? So what has been the flavor of our lojong? Wait, what does lojong mean? What are we studying? Anybody?
Develop a good heart of a mind of
The
enlightenment.
training of the mind.
What? Who said that?
Me.
Who's
It's
that?
wrong? Victor.
Victor. Okay. Victor gets excused. Okay. He came in late. It's developing the good heart. It literally means training of the mind, but if you translate it like that, you might think it's for like IQ test or something, okay? It's
Okay.
this is what to do when your girlfriend screams at you. The IQ test will not help you then, okay? This is for spiritual IQ. This is the essence. Honestly, I think this is the culmination of all Buddhism, open teachings. But if you don't know these teachings, you can't practice the secret teachings either. I mean, you can try, but you're not going to get very far. I mean, you think you have problems now, try to practice Tantra. What do they say? What happens if you try to practice these teachings? What do they say in the Diamond Cutter? Whoever tries to practice these things sincerely, what will happen to them?
It doesn't work.
No, it will work.
Sincerely?
Enlightenment.
Yeah, Aldo
Yeah.
saved. Don't worry. Yeah, you'll have extreme problems. You'll get disasters. I can attest to this. Okay, my life is just this walking disaster. There's many good things, but then you're like, okay, I'm gonna really practice this week, and then all of a sudden, you're like, oh God.
But already is disaster, no, in samsara.
Yeah. It's true. But like they say, why is that kind of disaster good though?
Well, you're purifying, right?
Yeah. So what's so good about that?
You don't have to deal with those seeds anymore.
Yeah, so speak more, Harold. What would happen if you didn't purify that? What would happen to those seeds?
Well, they grow, right?
Yeah, and
Send you to hell eventually.
Send you to hell. Okay. So that's your choices. You're gonna meet Satan or you're gonna get a headache. Okay, so don't worry about it.
Look,
If you practice really well, expect disasters. And then usually right after disaster, something really amazing happens. So you know it's a purification, okay? It's like the rainbow after the hurricane, okay? All
I
right, here we
needed
go.
to hear that. Thank you.
All right, so dak means me. Shen means others. Ki means by or of, and tradok means here's the Tibetan transliteration too. For anyone who doesn't know what this is all about, this is called transpronunciation. This is just the easy way to pronounce these words. Okay? This is not how you spell it in Tibetan. They say Tibetan is the hardest language to spell. Okay? So all these letters here with all these funny silent letters, like you say dak, even though there's a B here, you say shen, even though there's a G here. Okay? Stuff like that. That's because Tibetan has many silent letters. Sunam.
Lasu.
Pui, Puki Ige, Kalikakpo, Lokpar Yupe?
Peke loya kale kabo duke. Oh, pe kale kabo.
Yeah, okay, re. I asked him, is Tibetan hard to read? He said, yeah. Kalikakpo. Yeah, it's hard. So you have to memorize all these words, okay? To learn Tibetan spelling. It's worse than English, okay? And it's worse than French. Aldo knows French. He knows it's bad. Okay, so anyway, just explaining what's on the screen. So you, dak, shen, others, trak, tradok. Others get jealous of you, okay? And out of that jealousy, they criticize you, okay? Shekur, or other stuff. This means punch you, slap you, spit on you, yell at you, intimidate you, make fun of you, everything that's happened to you your whole life, okay? And it's all fake. It's not even, okay, it's one thing, you do something stupid, someone yells at you, you're like, all right, well, that was bad, but, I deserved it. But this is different. This is, you're walking down the street and someone throws something at you, throws a bottle at you or something, right? Or there's many bad things happen to people and it seems random, right? Maybe everything in your life seems random to you. Okay, so what do you do? What do you do when that happens? That's what this verse is about. Sorry, I'm letting people in the class. What if I make someone a co-host? Maybe they can do this. Or check my settings. Okay, cool. Yeah, so then what should you do? Yonka, okay? How do you say? I learned this while I was watching the World Cup with Aldo and Pachi last year when Mexico was in the tournament. And I learned how do you say? Fallo? To lose? Fallar or something like that, right? I forget. Harold, you got to tell me if I'm right or not. This is that's what this is. It's like to lose something. And then by yourself, rangi, you take it. This is the same take as in tonglen, lenpa, okay? Tang, and then the gelka, the opposite. Yonka means loss. Gelka is profit. I think it's the same. It's not. Sunam, gelka chuke sik.
Gelka püketsi mare.
Mare,
Ike.
Oh, kake.
Kage Ike.
Oh, okay. Kepsang profit, right?
top the 가게래. top sure door, top the sure.
Oh, top short. Okay. Anyway, so this means you give it. This is the opposite of yonka. Shenla porwar sho. Okay. This pull is the same as to offer something to like your lama or something, or to a Buddha, or to an altar. I think it's in our prayer. Ulwargi, that ul, ulwargi. That ul is another form of this pull. I offer this mandala, I offer this world to you. So it's kind of a high word. Who are you offering what to? You're offering when someone literally spits on you.
Jealous people, people that hurt you, you're offering to them.
Yeah, what are you going to offer them, Hero?
Ticket and profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the profit.
You're offering them the win. Like someone tries to rip you off in business, okay? It's very common.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And you're like, and they're like, you ripped me off. You're like, yeah, that's right. And it's easy to talk about this. Maybe like, oh yeah, maybe like 1,000 pesos. Actually, that happened to me. Hero helped me when that happened to me. Hero, I lent someone money, and they're like, I'll pay you next week. And then they disappeared.
Oh, crap.
And I had no money. And then Hero, I borrowed money from Hero. I don't know if you remember Hero.
Yeah.
I had no money. So this is lojong. This is the essence of lojong. Somebody does something horrible to you, and you're like, yeah, you win. Okay, good job. Like, how many pesos? How much did you steal? How much did I rip you off? Okay, I ripped you off 10,000 pesos. Okay, here's 15, cause I like you. And they're like, huh? Yeah, take it. Okay. So this is the essence of the practice. So other people become mad at you, they hate you, they try to rip you off, and you lovingly give them what they want. Now, is this easy?
No.
Not at all.
I was talking to my holy brother today, who's very wise, and he was saying, he's like, yeah, there's an English saying, it's very colloquial, okay? It's called eating shit. Okay? No, it's Gakbatso. It's a real saying. It's like sometimes just because my brother's very smart and he's like a doctor, he's a medical director, and he's like all day I'm apologizing for things I didn't do wrong. Because he's the boss. So he's just like, yeah, just eat shit. And then just forget it. Just do what needs to get done. If you don't apologize, it becomes this big problem. He's just like, yeah, okay, we're sorry. My fault. And then boom, gone, right? This is the essence of the practice. What's the Bible say? The Bible says a couple things actually on this.
Turn the other cheek.
Yeah, the Bible definitely says that, and that is definitely relevant. There's also this other saying, there was two. I was thinking turn the other cheek, and it says, he who exalts himself shall be abased, and he who humbleth himself shall be exalted. Okay? Try to translate that English, Aldo. It means if you make yourself big, eventually you're going to fall flat on your face, and you're going to feel like crap. If you just do your duty and give people the win, you'll be okay. Trust me. And it also says, oh, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. All right. There's some Bible for you. I don't know. There's a lot to that. Oh, yeah. And the other thing is, if you do some great bodhisattva deed, right? They say it's more powerful if you can not tell anybody about it. Okay? Just quietly do your practice, you know? If you live in Providencia and there's some cute huicholes ladies on the corner selling dulces, you know, you slip them some money. Don't run back to Aldo's house and be like, Aldo, I just gave this nice huichol lady 100 pesos. I'm amazing, you know? just do it. Because if you're doing it and wanting to tell people, it's quite possible you're not doing it for the right motivation. Okay? If it will help them in a Lojong class one day, yeah, mention it or something. Whatever. It's not a big deal. But really, it's all about you and your heart. I mean, where's your world coming from? Where does the world come from?
From me. From how it treated others.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the ultimate reward. If you understand that, you're good. For that matter, so when someone does try to rip you off and is jealous and acts like a blankety blank, where did that come from?
I did the same to other before.
Yeah. Yeah. Exacto. So what should you, I mean, what's the stupidest thing you could do when your husband yells at you?
Yell back.
Yeah.
React.
Yeah. So the whole thing is lojong. There's never not lojong. This is the most basic practice. This is just showing you like, I don't know what you were doing up until this. I don't know what you're doing the first 13 courses, but remember when we explained the pen in the first class? Which I haven't done the pen yet. Maybe I'll do it today. Where things are coming from. That's it. If something bad happens to you and like in the first minute you don't think, oh yeah, I did that. Okay, like you never ripped anybody off. Okay? Trust me. If karma grows, it's easy to understand where any of your problems come from. Corruption in your country? Oh, okay. I mean, anything, all the world's problems could come from me, age 15 to 21. Right, mommy? My mom's here. Okay, she'll tell you. Mommy, was I crazy as a teenager? She said, oh yeah. It was horrible. Sorry. It was really bad. Okay. I mean, I was having a good time, but my mom suffered. But really, anything, karma grows. I mean, how long? I mean, if you plant the wrong seed in your garden and let it go, there's seeds that in a few years, they could be giant trees. Bamboo grows like, can grow like an inch a day or something. You know, what about seeds in your mind? So yeah, if you think, I'm a victim, I don't know where any of this stuff came from. Okay, then you're not studying the most basic teaching, right? Karma and emptiness. Things come from things you did in the past. Karma has 4 laws. The thing you did will produce a similar result. Anything you do will grow. If you don't do something, you're not going to get something. And anything you do won't just go away and disappear. Right? It's perfect justice. That's why all these criminals in the world, you don't have to worry about it. Karma's going to take care of them. You think they're going to get away with it? What do you think is going to happen when their good karma runs out? How long are devas in the pleasure realms? How long do they exist as devas? Pleasure beings, the pleasure gods.
Like millions of years.
Yeah, millions of years. Yeah. I mean, how old Donald Trump? He's like 73. Okay, that's not millions of years. What's going to happen? What happens to those pleasure beings after millions of years of pure bliss and pleasure? And
They go to hell.
they go to hell. It's not your problem. Don't make other people's problems your problems. Trust me, you have plenty of problems you're not dealing with. If you're in this kind of life, you have about 84,000 of them. Okay, más o menos. All right. So, and if you do something good, just like Master Shantideva said, give vegetables. Don't give the nice Huichol lady on the corner of Ruben Dario and Pablo Neruda 1,000 pesos. If you're going to be like, damn it, I gave 1,000 pesos, now I'm broke. You know? Just buy 2 dulces and be like, gracias, and walk away. It's better to just do that and let that grow happily in your mind than to try to do something that you're not capable of yet and then regret it later, okay? Trust me, I've done it all, okay? It doesn't work. All right, cool. And by the way, I'm gonna keep going, okay? This is Lojong. I'm supposed to give you advices, all right? I want you to not have to deal with all the problems I had, okay? By the way, Lojong is not some low self-esteem thing. If you're being abused at home by your husband or boyfriend or father or mother, and it hurts and your life is miserable, leave. Whatever you need to do to get out of the situation. Okay, if someone's trying to abuse you, but it's like bliss, and you're like, ha ha ha, and there's no problem at all, and you can handle it, then you can do it. But usually that requires a lot of training, a lot of time. And even if you can take it, you have to be careful because the karma for them to be abusing a bodhisattva is very bad for them. So you have to walk away. You have to know. So Lojong is not about low self-esteem. It's not, how do you say, auto-esteema or something, low self-esteem. It's not about hurting yourself. You know, when these bodhisattvas give their eye, they do it with bliss. You can't imagine that bliss. I mean, if you can, then you're close. But don't do these things if you're not ready. It's like yoga. Don't try to do poses Anatole does. You will break your back. Don't try to do Anatole's poses. He says, have you seen Anatole do yoga? Have you ever seen a not smile on his face when he's doing some impossible pose? No, he's in bliss. Okay? But if you're not like that, do not do that. Don't strain yourself, break your back, and then be in bed for 2 years just because you thought you could do something a high bodhisattva could do with a smile on their face, okay? All right, and I've done that too, okay? So I'm not just saying these things. All right, verse 6, Rivas.
Gangla daki pentakpei. Rewa chewa gangshigi gi. Shintu mirik nuche naang. Shengyen dampar tawar.
Wow. Okay, there's one more word. Sorry, I don't know. Something happened with the pen.
Our shock.
Yes. What does shock mean?
Shock.
Shock. What does that mean, Alex? Rivas?
I just hice trampa. I saw, may I?
Yeah, no, it's okay. May I? Perfect. Okay, what does doc mean?
Okay, I saw me.
Yeah. Perfecto. Okay, that's good. 100%. Wait, what about Sunam? Sunam!
No, just a little.
Sunam is perfect Tibetan. He's from Tibet. He studied at Sarah Monastery. Not the good half, the other half, okay? Sarah J. But I'm joking. He's amazing. Our teacher's from Sarah May, so we make jokes, but it's like Yale and Harvard or something. It's just a joke. But we're working on his English. Okay? Sunam.
No.
Injike. Tundi karere. Pentakpa.
펜딱바.
Pendok.
펜또 to help.
Yeah. Peyapo. Good. Rewa. Tundi karere.
레와 hope.
Yes. 항상 약고. 채와. 레와 채와.
레와 지와라는 to help.
Yeah.
To help.
Yeah. Chempo.
Chamber is big.
Yeah. Rewa 채와. Big hope, right?
Big help, right?
Okay. Peyapo. I'm just messing with him. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's it in the notes. So if Kangla, that means like if anyone, okay, Taki by me, all right, Pentakpe. This means like yeah, it means help. Rewa Chewa, you have some great hope that they'll help you. Okay? Kanshik ki. It kind of means they put and they, but that kind of means instead. They Shintu Murik. This is the same Murik in the last one we just had. Okay, Murik. Like completely unfounded, out of nowhere, you know? Murik. It's like Murikpa, which means like complete misunderstanding. They completely unjustified. They do something to harm me. Okay? What's that? This not this means like if instead, okay? So maybe this is the if instead, not this kangshi. If instead, right? So the Tibetan usually goes backwards. So anyway, this is like if anybody if I put some hope, great hope, that anyone should help me, and instead they do some horrible, Shinto means like very unjustified harm to me, may I instead, shok, right? It's at the end of our prayers in the beginning of class, the end of class. May I instead see them as a geshe. ¿Qué significa geshe?
Spiritual friend.
Yay, good. The answer is right here, right? Yeah. Gewa Shanyan is the full word. But here they use Shanyan. It's another abbreviation of Geshe. Dampa, right? This is in our prayer too. Dampa means like
Chua.
the purest or the highest or something. Usually it's used for like Buddhas. So may I see this person who I asked for help, and instead, like you give someone like money, you say, I heard this happen to somebody. They were giving someone their rent money, so they would deposit in the bank, right? So they would take the rent money and say, oh, I'm depositing it. And then after like 6 months, the landlord's like, where's all the money? Where's my rent? And they're like, I gave the roommate the rent money. They deposited it. It's like, your rent hasn't been paid in 6 months. So they were taking all the money, and I don't know what they're spending it on. Drugs or something expensive, gambling, right? And so someone like that, someone who steals all your money when they were supposed to help you, make sure you had a house to live in, you should see them as the highest Geshe.
Oh,
You should see them like Geshe Michael Roach,
wow.
who's my Lama, who literally gives me money to study Tibetan, okay? This is insane. So you should see someone who steals from you. Okay, I'm from New York and Philadelphia, okay? It's not as bad as it used to be around these parts, okay? But it used to be in the 80s and 90s. We say shady. It was very shady on the street, okay? Drugs everywhere. A lot of violence. There's still violence, but there was a lot. And you really had to know your way around. You couldn't just walk anyway or just do anything. You know, I know Mexico is similar, right? It's not you shouldn't go to every barrio, okay? Right? It's just like, no, let's go around this neighborhood. It's like that. Some guy on the street that says, hey man, I got this great thing. If you give me $100, you'll make 1,000. You're like, okay, here's $100, fool. And they turn the corner and you never see them again. You should see that person like Geshe Michael Roach. Does that make sense?
Easy peasy.
Has sense, but it's really hard. Honestly,
That makes sense.
In practice.
How does that make sense, Victor? Why does that make sense?
Has sense because one, you're purifying that karma, and they give you the opportunity to be sure what you want in your life and what want to have. You know what I mean? Like, but it's really hard. Like, I understand the concept right now in my computer in my home, but if I am in the bike, trying to cross the street and somebody tried to, kill me, I'm gonna be super mad with them. And I understand there is the seeds, but this is the, like, I think so ultimate practice. Like, if you can see like there, like him, like Yulama, probably you are a Buddha.
I would say you're getting there. Good. Gracias, Victor.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good. So yeah, it's true. That is very true. And I want to put another point on it though. If someone should come out of nowhere and rip you off completely, where did they actually, Rivas is already laughing. Where did they actually come from?
From you.
From
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah. So what are they showing you / teaching you?
What you have to stop doing.
Yeah, what's in your own heart anyway?
How
What
messed
you
up
do-
you are.
Yeah, in Tibetan,
What you do.
Tenpa means to show, but it also means to like teach or present. It means they're just showing you a mirror, like, okay, Rivas, Remember when you were 19? You're like, ooh, I weigh. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, but if you can see them like that as some like holy being that just rescued you from hell or something, right? Like a lama who travels around the world endlessly, and when the play comes, he teaches on Zoom instead endlessly and pays you to learn Tibetan or something, if you can see them as maybe even better than that in a way, then you are practicing this verse. Okay. Sonam.
That's all.
Kerang. Tik. Tunpa. Lok dun yupe.
Yenda yepe apo tochena.
Okay, Sonam's gonna read. I'm teaching Sonam. He taught me colloquial and the alphabet and all these amazing things. And then now I'm getting him back. I'm teaching him ACIP transliteration. So here's his big test. Okay, Sonam.
Dorna Nguetang Jupai
Kayapo.
Pende manam
Ready.
kunla bul. Mai mai netang mai netang du ngel kun
Sangway.
Okay. Sangwe dala lempar show.
Sure. Yeah. Ready. Kayapo. Good job. Okay. Now you're gonna translate. You ready? Dorna. Tunti karade. What's that mean? Sonam. Dorna.
Dorna in brief.
Yeah. Ready. Nu tang gyupa.
Ngö means directly.
Ready. Exactly.
Directly, and Ju means throw by something, right? Throw by
Yeah.
something.
Indirectly, you could say.
Okay, indirectly.
Yeah. By those, ye pende. Pende.
Pende benefit, happiness.
Yeah. Benefit, good feeling, right? Depo. Manam.
Manam is all mothers.
Yeah. All mothers. Yeah.
All mothers.
Kun.
Kun means also all.
Yeah.
Every.
Every. Exactly. Re. Pul.
Bills to offer, to give.
Peyapo. Me yi nu. Nu tang duknen kun.
Ne means harm, and
Yeah,
dunge is suffering.
Peyapo. Suffering. Good.
All right.
All of who's suffering? My yi.
Mother of mother.
Yeah, those mothers. Exactly. How should we take it? Sangwe.
Allah lempa show. Sangwa means secret, right?
Yeah, secret. Takla lempar show.
That means me, and Len is tech. Made tech by secret.
Yay! Okay. Sonam's not going to tell you, but he's like super genius, okay? I'm jealous. Okay. Peyapo, Sonam. Good job.
Thank you, teacher.
So the verse, we're just having fun. In brief, may I give help and happiness to all my mothers. Okay. Why my mothers? Anyone who's taken any ACI course ever. Tell me. Who are these mothers?
Every living being.
Why? What do you mean? Every living being is not my mother, Rivas.
Every
Wait.
living being has been my mother because I've been here since countless time. And reborn and reborn and reborn. So everybody has been my mother in another life.
Hasn't everyone been my enemy too? Why don't I treat them like my enemy?
Everybody has killed me too. But I prefer to see them as my mother because they were both. So it's better for me is I see them and treat them as somebody who has helped me in the past.
Wow, perfect. Wow. Rivas, you had good teachers. Not me, but the other people. All my mothers, all living beings. That's all living beings. They so may I give help to them directly and indirectly. Okay? And their bad deeds, what should I do with those? I'll take them on myself secretly. Okay? All their bad deeds and suffering. What holy meditation is this describing?
Tonglen.
Tonglen.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, very good. Sunam, Tonglen Gompa.
Tonglen Gompa.
They say Kerang Tonglen Gompa. Shaky in Bay?
Yenday, Yimata Tapshi Kabure.
I asked if he knows Tonglen. I don't know if you guys know. I think we do it later in this class. Yeah. Tonglen was a secret practice for like 1,500 years. We're gonna do it later. Why Tonglen, for people who don't know, Tonglen is this practice where you meditate on another person's suffering, and because things are empty and everything comes from you, you imagine their pain comes to you and you destroy it, and then you give them everything that's good, how to become a Buddha, So, why would you keep something that holy secret? Secret.
Well, probably you have to have a little bit of knowledge of, at least, of emptiness, right?
Yeah, at least.
Because like you're working with somebody else's suffering and bringing it into you, and because of your knowledge and your love for that being and all beings, you're going to destroy that. So it's it sounds like a very powerful meditation, right? So at least a little bit of knowledge of the pen.
Yeah, you might need about 13 courses before you learn that.
True that.
¿Entiendes? Yeah, so it's secret because it can be easily misunderstood. And then there's a special bad karma that comes from not understanding a teaching that you get presented with too early, and then saying, oh, that's stupid. Like, why would I do that? That's the worst thing to do. I'm not going to take other people's pain. That's just going to hurt me. Especially people who are trying to rip me off. These thieves, they deserve what they get. Right?
You reap what you saw, brother.
That's also true. Jesus taught all this stuff, right? I don't know if. So also don't discount the religion of your abuelitos. Okay? Abuelitas? Los dos. Whose fault is it that Christianity isn't as good as it could be? Whose fault? Huh?
Christians? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Heros. It's Hero's fault. This is all Hero. Come on, man. Get it together. We want paradise, man.
I'll let you know, man, when I get better.
Okay, so the essence of this is Tonglen. You want to, and it's in secret. Like when you do Tonglen, you just do it on your own. When Geshe teaches the practice, he was in New York, and he talks about doing it on the subway, right? That's really fun. Try it. Try walking down the street. Just random people, just be like, took your pain, took your pain, took your pain. Okay. I don't know. It's one of these things that you just do it and you're like, eh. Then all of a sudden you're just a little happier. But the next day some amazing happens to you. And you're like, wait a second. I wonder why that is. Try it out. All right. And then there's just helping people out. All right? Like, you should meditate. You should do yoga. They say it's like required, actually, if you want to get enlightened in this life, like fast. You have to learn to meditate. You have to learn yoga. You have to find some great lama like Geshe Michael or someone doing great things in the world and help them, or become one of those beings, okay? I don't know, like Mother Teresa or something, and just, help. If you can't do great things in the world yet, then help people who are doing great things, and then you are doing great things in the world, okay? But also, you have to get your hands dirty, okay? You have to, once in a while, go to the old folks' home in Guadalajara and play Loteria with the old folks, okay? What do they call it? Sanatorium? Sanatorio?
Asilo.
Oh, asilo. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I knew it was something like that. Yeah. You do something in your community, or help out your crazy uncle or somebody, like directly. It's very hard to learn compassion from a book. These practices, this Lojong, for this course 14, it's made to be hands-on. Okay? Maybe move in with your mom. I don't know. That's what I did, but I'm crazy. You don't want to, don't be like Word. Okay? All right, cool. Get your hands dirty, really. It makes a difference. Okay, verse 8. Okay, Riva's got 2 and Sunam's gonna get 2. Sunam.
Low.
Jajik Impe.
Yentai.
Okay. I studied Tibetan with Sunam this summer. I have to practice, okay? So hear me speaking Tibetan. Sunam's the only person I talk Tibetan with. Okay, Sunam.
대탁근경 출계기 또비 지메 마바빠르
Later.
추남 유머 셰빠이 셰빠이 really? Okay. 셰메 가사 셴비 칭왈레 조쇼
Peapo.
어찌나
Okay, good. So TikTok, TikTok means like, wait, who's here? Is Leah in class?
Yeah, I'm here.
Leah, I like your haircut.
Oh, thank you.
You chopped a bunch off, didn't you?
No, I'm just letting it grow, actually.
Oh, maybe it's down or something. I don't know. It looks different.
It
Okay.
is down. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, cool. Do you remember TikTok?
No, I don't remember TikTok.
Same as Tensor. Tensor, te.
No, I don't remember TikTok.
I try. Okay. It just means these or those. We had it in a grammar class.
Mm.
Okay, talking about these practices. So all of them, kunkyang. Chuge. Chuge is very famous. Chu means literally it means dharma, but here it means ideas. It's referring to like things. Okay, so ge means 8. What is the other famous ge from this class?
Gewa?
No, ge 8.
8 verses.
Bye.
The name of the book.
8 verses.
Just testing you guys, okay? You should know the name of the book. If you see Geshe Michael and he says, "Hey, what are you studying?" You're like, "Yeah, I'm studying Lojong with Word." And he's like, "Oh, wow, Lojong, that's so cool. What book are you studying?" And you go, all right. Just know, it's the 8 verses, okay? By Diamond Line. El León de Diamante.
8 verses by Changya Rinpoche.
No, by Dorje Senge. El León de
Dorje
Diamante.
singing. Okay.
Yeah. And Chankya Rinpoche commented on.
Oh, true.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, cool. So just checking, guys. So these practices, all of them, you don't want to mabak, three May. Okay, 3 May means to like defile, right? 3 May. It means to like stink up or something. This bak means like same here. It means to like stain or mark, something like that. Anyway, don't mess up these holy teaching that we just described for 7 verses with the Chugye, with these 8 ideas. Okay, so we have to go over what those 8 ideas are. We're about to, don't worry. Okay, and then here we go. We use ch again, but now it's a different context. So chinam, all things. May I see all things. This is the end of the poem, by the way, right? So this is like the verse at the end, the wrap up. May I see all things as if. May I know, right? Shepar, may I see them as a gyuma. What's a gyuma? Gyuma, tunti karere. Sanam.
Oh,
Gyuma, di karere.
cuma lana. Magic.
Yeah. Like an illusion. Okay, what's it in Sanskrit? It's very famous.
Maya.
Yeah, exactly. Not the civilization from the Yucatan, okay? Well, maybe it's related. I don't know. They're pretty magical. But Maya in Sanskrit, it means illusion. You always hear yogis talking about these kind of ideas. Okay, may I see all things as an illusion? Why? So that I can free myself, jul, from the shenpe, the chingwa of shenpe, the handcuffs of ignorance, of stupidity, of all the dumb ideas that bind me to living in like my own personal suffering. Okay? And I don't know about you guys, I've been like seriously depressed before, like horribly. I was like a really bad kid, and then by the time I became a teenager, I was like so depressed because I think because the karma of being so annoying as a kid just all was like built up. And so I spent the next 20 years, because it's been 22 years or something since I was a teenager, trying to clean up everything I did the first 20 years, okay? I'm about even now, okay? I'm just like almost like a normal functional person. Not quite, but almost. So, but really, all those crazy thoughts you have, all those problems, I don't know if you've ever had like been really depressed. I think some of you have, because you're good Dharma practitioners, so you know suffering. You're like, oh, I'm not going back. May I be free of all those. You say drul. Who's drolma?
Drolma is green Tara.
Yay! Hero knows this stuff. Yeah, drolma is Tara. What does Tara mean, Hero? ¿Qué significa Tara?
Oh God. Like literal translation, I don't know.
Yeah, Tara comes into Spanish as transporte. It means,
oh, the one who takes you to
yeah, the one who takes you away, the one who liberates you, the one who frees you from, who takes you out of jail. What jail is that, Hero?
Well, samsara.
Samsara. Okay, good. Okay, so now we got to talk about the 8 worldly thoughts. And according to Holy Geshe Michael, there are 2 ways to talk about these 8. If you took ACI course Uno, this is a review because the 8 worldly thoughts are in there. Should I embarrass somebody who took course 1 and ask them what all 8 are? Who wants to get embarrassed?
I'll get embarrassed.
Wait, Alejandra raised her hand. I want to embarrass Ali. Are you joking, Alejandra? Es broma? She's always joking. Okay, Leah. Leah's had perfect teachers. So let's see. Let's hear.
Let's see. It's not getting happy, not being happy when we get what we want, not being unhappy when we don't get what we want, not being happy when we feel good, and not being unhappy when we don't feel good, not being happy when we're thought well of, and not being unhappy when we're not thought well of. And then I think the other one is fame, like being happy when we're famous and not being happy when we're not famous. Am I overlapping 4 of those?
Nope, you got them. No, 2 of them people think they're overlapping because they sound almost the same to people. Being happy when you get what you want, being not happy when you get what you want, and just being happy, and happy when you feel pleasure, and happy when you not unhappy when you feel pain. Perfect.
Yeah, I remember that the Tibetan is there's a lot of duplication in the Tibetan for the 8 worldly thoughts.
Not in the main words, but for it's formulaic, I believe. Okay, Leah. So wait, Leah.
I'm here.
We're gonna have a debate. You ready?
Okay. Here comes the embarrassment. Okay.
Oh, it's all embarrassment. Okay. So enlightenment. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about happiness. Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk about happiness. You shouldn't try to get happy because happiness is not the goal of Buddhism. Take happiness. You shouldn't even bother trying because that's not even the goal.
Oh, wow.
Is happiness the goal of Buddhism?
It's not the goal of Buddhism on its for its own sake, but it's the goal of Buddhism to get happy for the sake of all beings.
So you're telling me happiness is not the goal of Buddhism?
I'm not saying that happiness is not the goal of Buddhism, but I'm saying that it's not the goal of Buddhism on its own.
You have two answers. You can say Tak Madrup or Kapa Majum. So either you shouldn't even try to get happy, or happiness is not the goal of Buddhism. Pick one.
Tak Madrup.
Tak Madrup. Tak Madrup. So Buddhas aren't happy?
I'm not saying that Buddhas aren't happy, but I'm saying they're not happy as they're not happy self-existently.
Ooh, I like this key word. So you're saying Buddhas are happy? Yes or no?
Trakmadu.
So you're saying Buddhists aren't happy?
I'm not saying Buddhas aren't happy.
You just said that, Kaylan. You just said that.
Wait, what's the other one besides Trakmadu? What's the other response?
Kapa Majung. You said
Kapa Majung.
okay. She's a perfect debater. She's like, that's not going to work. Let me go back. Okay, so we shouldn't even bother getting happy, right? That's what you're saying.
Kapa Madrung. It's not that we shouldn't bother getting happy, but we shouldn't bother getting happiness, trying to be happy for its own sake.
Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Yay. No, happiness is the goal of Buddhism. Happiness is everyone's goal for every second of every breath they take. I talked about it last class. There is no second of your life that you're not trying to get happy. Examine your body right now. Watch it make any single move. Anything, it's for happiness. If you move like this, it's because you're uncomfortable. You want to get more comfortable. Look, Rivas just moved his head. Why'd you move your head, Rivas? He's like, yeah, everything. Why'd you come to class? You thought this crazy dude from USA, from Estados Unidos, was going to teach you something that you didn't know that was going to make you happy. Otherwise, you're not going to come to no final on Sunday. You're supposed to be eating, I don't know, eating with your family, right? That's what Mexicanos used to do on Sunday, right? Everything you do is for happiness. So why are the 8 worldly thoughts, which I'll explain more in depth in a second, telling you you shouldn't be happy when you get something you want? You shouldn't be happy if you have pleasure.
Well, is it talking about like self-existently, obtaining some kind of something that you want, but self-existently? Like thinking
Totally.
about it as self-existent.
Totally. And it's even more basic than that. That's totally true. But it's even more basic than that. I mean, think about it. And I feel like older people are better at this. Like, I don't know, like Aldo's mom. Aldo's mom is some kind of like sage or something, okay? She just does her thing. She's just like walking along with, how do you say, subaria? How do you say wisdom?
Sabiduría.
Sabiduría in her mind. You don't know. She just keeps quiet, you know, but she, you know, she knows what's happening. These people, they know, like something good happens, they're like, okay, wait till next week. Like, there's going to be some disaster, right? And then the next week happens and there's some disaster, like, okay. And then next week there's some miracle. That's life, right? Even if you don't know about karma and emptiness, which you should. I mean, it's very helpful. It will get you enlightened. But you know. So the idea, in English we use the word all. Don't get all happy when something happens and you just lose yourself. You're like, oh my God, I got a boyfriend, yeah, you know. And then 2 weeks later, he breaks up with you. Oh my God, my boyfriend. You know, it's just like, okay, you got a boyfriend. Yeah, do what it takes to keep him if you like him, right? So that's the most basic, but of course, always karma and emptiness, right?
And actually, word, I am not sure, but one of the bodies of the Buddha is joy, right? Or not?
One of the what of the Buddha?
One of the bodies. One of the bodies of the Buddha is joy.
Oh yeah, that exacto. That's why I was debating Leah. The Buddhas are in perfect bliss all the time. Like they say, it's like you can't even imagine this bliss. It's like 1 million orgasms or something.
Kaya, yeah.
Like it would,
Kaya.
yeah, Sambhogakaya. Perfect. It would like blow your mind if you even tried to feel this bliss.
Idivor is asking if, so how should we be happy then?
I'm getting there. Okay, so this is the 8 worldly thoughts. Here we go. That was the intro, okay? Thanks for your question, Iravor Sabudi. He's like, get to the point, man. We don't want to hear your crazy stories. So there's 8 worldly thoughts. Leah did them perfectly. It's basically not getting all happy when you get something you want. Not getting all upset when you get something you don't. If you get a good vibe, not being like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'll never be unhappy again. Okay. And then if you get depressed, not being all, I will never get out of this. This is it. This is horrible. Everything blanks. Okay. Not. So that's 4 of them. Sometimes people mix those 4 up. And if people know who you are, not being all. I lived in Santa Cruz, California for like 3 years. And I had this job, which was annoying at this retail store for almost 3 years. And but it was annoying, but everyone came in that store. I met the doctor of the king of Bhutan in that store. And people like that. I met like minor celebrities, and because there's kind of no store like it. You could buy Chinese herbs right off the shelf, and anyone who was interested in anything like that would come all over. And Silicon Valley is across over the mountains from that place, and some people, you know, rich people with big tech jobs would come there. Everyone would come. homeless people would wander in there all the time too. They were like homeless. They looked like homeless people. They were Buddhas. But anyway, from that job, everyone in the town knew me. They're like, "Hey, look, it's Word." And I met like thousands of people. And I would ride my bike down the street because I didn't have a car. I rode my bike. And people were like, "Yo, Word, what's up?" And I'd be like, "Huh? Who's that?" And I would just be like, "I don't know." Like, and just like ride past. So people knew who I was. It was kind of annoying because I'm very introverted, but I just waved. And then after that, I moved to Phoenix. Okay. It's the 5th biggest city in the United States. And no one rides a bike anywhere unless you're poor or something, or, trying to make a statement or something. And no one knew who I was. No one waved at me. No one cared. And it was the exact opposite, So, and I did get all, I don't have any friends in Phoenix, sometimes. So this is the point here. Don't feel all great. People know your name, know who you are, and then feel all bad when they don't. Okay? And if you know a little bit, I know one famous person, okay, at least. And they say it's pretty annoying. They can't go anywhere. Okay, you think this is some great thing being famous, then they can't go anywhere without somebody paparazzi taking pictures of them, this kind of thing. Anyway, and then don't get all happy when people say something good about you and then be all upset when they don't. It's kind of a joke. I figured it out one day. Because you'll do something amazing and people will like laugh at you and say you're stupid. You'll do something stupid and people are like, "Oh my God, that's amazing." Right? But if someone's giving you a compliment, why are they giving you a compliment? Is it because you just did something good?
Because you gave a compliment in the past.
Yeah, it's so sad if you think about it. The only reason you're getting compliments is because you gave compliments. It has nothing to do with what you did at all, right? Ask any child who grew up in some kind of abusive environment. You do good things and you get hit. You do bad things, they're like, "Oh, good job, Pepe," So it's like that. Okay, so Iravor, who I don't know, but thank you for coming to class. Subudi asks, how should we be happy? Okay. And if you can get this part of the class, if you can, is that verse 7? I thought that was verse 8. No, that is verse 7. Okay. No, we did just do verse 8. Okay, excuse me. Oh yeah, if you can get this part, then, and you can practice it, this is basically the essence of Lojong. The essence of Lojong is understanding karma and emptiness. Okay? If you should be happy about doing good things. All right? And if you do something bad or something bad happens to you, simply think to yourself, "Oh, I did something bad, and now something bad's happening to me. The worst thing I can do is to repeat that. Why? Because things come from me based on the things I did in the past." Don't get all guilty, okay? I know Mexico is a Catholic country, Every religion has its thing. Catholics are really good at guilt, right? They are. Everyone has their issues. Every ethnicity, every nation has its problems, okay? Americans are really good at arrogance, okay? We're best. They think, "We are number one, we are number one." Yes, we are number one in coronavirus cases, okay? Yeah, it's true. So every nation has this thing, right? So Catholicism, for some reason, People get guilty very easily. It's somehow in that tradition. I don't know why. I guess it's from my karma, right? But it's not about, if you notice something bad happened to you, don't think yourself, I'm such a bad person, blah, blah, blah. No, just think, it's like, I think of it like bird poop. Okay? Are you wondering why I think of it like bird poop? Birds eat seeds, they eat fruit, okay? But what happens when they eat it? It just, half of the seeds don't get digested. And birds just fly and they poop and it just drops someplace. You know, and parrots, how long? Parrots can live like 100 years, right? Parrots can live to be like a long time. I forget the exact amount, but a long time. What's it? Perico? Parrot? Okay, Rivas taught me that one.
Yeah, periquito.
Yeah.
Perico.
Rivas knows why we were talking about it. So parrot, anyway, it's about birds, okay? We were talking about birds. And so yeah, you could be a parrot who poops in one part of, like, I don't know, there's parrots in Mexico, right? Like southern Mexico, right? Like the jungle, right? Say your parrot poops in Costa Rica some ways, and you live to be 50, you could be nesting in a tree that you accidentally pooped out 50 years before, right? It's possible. Es posible. But would you know that it was your poop that made that tree? No, you're a parrot. You don't know anything. You know? But that's our lives. We did things on accident. We did things when we were teenagers. We yelled at our moms. Okay, I yelled at my mom like 2 days ago. Okay, I'm very guilty. Don't be mad. But you just have to think to yourself, oh, I did something that brought me pain, but not on purpose. That's it. And now it's happening. Just don't have that reaction again. Move on. That's Lojong. Be happy for the good things. And even when bad things happen, if you want to be a really good practitioner, be happy when bad things happen. Why? Because you know that it's gone. You're burning off the seeds. Someone just ripped me off. Oh my God. I'm not going to hell. And it's over. That stuff I stole, gone. No problem. Done. Okay? If you can do that, wow. You'll get enlightened in this life. Okay. So don't let your Lojong practice get polluted by those thoughts, right? Something bad happened to me. Something great happened to me. Just karma and emptiness. Okay, so that's one way to talk about Chögye, which is 8 worldly dharmas. But there's another Chögye called Tage. Ta is means extremes. Who's Geshe Lobsang Tarchin?
Geshe-la.
No.
No, Ken Rinpoche.
Yes. Yeah, Ta means to take you all the way, okay? Take you to the edge or something. Or the one who went all the way and will take you with him, hopefully. You beg him. So the idea here is that don't pollute your practice with the 8 wrong ideas about reality. And this is the last thing we're going to cover in class. And then we're done, okay? So there's 8 ways you can think about the world that aren't true. All right? Why do we need to go over these 8 ways of thinking? ¿Por qué, amigos?
So we can catch ourselves having those thoughts.
Yeah, because how often do we think in these 8 ways?
All the time.
All day. Exactly. Thank you, Leah. exactly proportional to how many mental afflictions you have a day, okay? If you're like Rivas and you're just happily translating, you know, dozens of texts, you know, a month or whatever he does, I don't know how he's translating all these texts all of a sudden, okay? And raising children and have a business and have a wife and have a, how do you say, suegra? Live with your suegra and still be happy. Okay, that's an accomplishment. Okay, you're good. You okay? You don't need this. You don't need this teaching. But if you're not like that, if you have unhappiness, you're doing one of these 8. Okay, so these 8 come from Arya Nagarjuna Pakpalu, who is probably the most famous Buddhist teacher besides the Buddha himself. Okay, he was around, depending on who you ask, about 1800 years ago. Anyway, so his book called it's called Wisdom. He gave it this like this sick title, right? Like just one word. It's just like, yeah, wisdom. What's the name of your book? Wisdom. What about wisdom? Just wisdom, dude. Like wisdom. And you open it, you're like, oh my God, this is wisdom. like that's it. You know, it's like kind of like a little mic drop, right? So what are those 8? They're very famous, okay? So Kewa Mepa. This is what things don't do. Things don't start, says Arya Nagarjuna. Okay, he's the master's master. Sometimes I think Geshe-la is Arya Nagarjuna. If you listen to him, you're like, how do you, what? You're Arya Nagarjuna, aren't you? So, Kewa Mepa, things don't start. Things don't stop. Okay. Rivas, do things start?
Not from their own side.
Don't read that.
I didn't read that.
Okay. Okay, you're just amazing. Yeah, good. Yeah, of course things start, but do they? Maybe they don't. Maybe I shouldn't even say that. I don't know. You got to think about it. So anyway, that's the catch. You just say not from their own side. Things have the appearance of starting due to your karmic seeds. But things starting is the same as the pot on the stove that you see, which is actually just a projection that comes out of your mind. Because even time itself must be a projection as well. And without time, nothing could happen. And if things can't happen, they can't start. They can't stop. Okay, so those are the first 2. Kewa Mepa, Kakpa Mepa. Right? This is the same gak as what word? Gak. Gak, gak, gak.
Gotcha.
Yay, what's that mean?
The thing that's not really there.
Yeah, the thing we're trying to stop. Gak. The thing, ja, that we're trying to stop. Gak. The thing we're trying to stop believing exists. Okay?
Sorry, technical question. What's the difference between kaksha and klesha?
Gakcha is the object that we deny could exist, would ever exist, and will exist, which is a self-existent object, something that could start or stop from its own side. Okay? Klesha means, the definition of klesha is anything that disturbs your mental state. Who's that? Your mom, Hero?
Yeah, she's my mom. She's right here.
Hi!
Ma. Ven.
I just had...
Hola.
Hola!
Hola, mi chiquito.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien, gusto
Ver que
verte.
estás muy bien.
Sí.
Wow, todo un caballero.
Gracias.
Sé que das unas clases muy bonitas. Wow.
Oh, gracias.
Ay, Dios te bendice. Es inmensamente feliz de verte. Qué bueno que
Sí,
estás así de
mucho feliz.
bonito. Estás muy bonito, muy bonito.
Gracias, amor. Gusto verte.
Ay,
Sorry, guys.
No, you gotta say hi to the Doña. Okay. Okay, good. So things don't start and stop from their own side. All right. That's the rub. Okay. Next is takpa and chepa. All right. I will give anyone $100. Wait, Gesho doesn't write it here. Yeah. If they tell me what takpa and chepa is in this context. Come on, Rivas. Come on, man. Takche.
Like Takpa and Chepa?
Yeah, what is it?
But something that doesn't say here, or you want?
Yeah, it doesn't say. It doesn't say.
Well, it's like the thing you shouldn't supposed to think, no? Right? Like if someone hits you, then you just be calm, and if somebody kills you, you have to be calm.
Ah, no. Close. Okay, you tried. Good job. I only make $100 bets when I think I'm going to win, by the way. Okay. Takenche. This means these are the two extremes. You know, Geshe talks about the middle way, and either of the sides of the road you can fall off in is tak and che. Okay, it's very famous. So if generally people are tak, they think that things don't change, meaning because things exist, they don't change, right? Che is more rare. Usually they say that you only get this if someone explains emptiness to you badly. Oh, because things don't exist self-existently, they don't exist at all. Okay, that's incorrect view. These are two incorrect views, very famous. Takche, but these are the results of the incorrect views. Because you think things exist from their own side, they can't change. And that brings you many problems, right? Then your boyfriend leaves, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe he left. What do you mean? If he came, that means he's gonna leave. By definition of a changing thing, right? If you're born, you're gonna die. Sorry, I didn't know. I don't know if you knew. Okay? And the opposite, just because things don't exist self-existently, just because it's a pen from you, doesn't mean there's no pen. It means that's why there's a pen. And why do things change? Why do things change?
Because they are caused.
Yeah, good. That's good. How are they caused?
Planting a seed,
Yeah.
doing, thinking, and speaking something to another person.
Perfect. And exactly. So because karma wears out, so your seeds are fluctuating. So things change based on the fluctuation of your seeds, right? That's why things change. So there is no takpa, there is no chepa. Okay, these are two wrong views. All right, so that's 4 of them. There's no starting, there's no stopping. Things are not unchanging, nor are they things don't exist in the way that it would seem they're unchanging, and they don't exist in a way that it would seem that they don't exist at all. Woo, okay. This is Arya Nagarjuna. We're doing 4 of them in 3 minutes. You ready? This is the 2nd chapter of the book. Geshe-la is doing it at Diamond Mountain if you ever want to go. Drowa and Onwa. Things are empty of going and coming. Okay? And Geshe-la says here that this is in the sense, at least the notes say this, in the sense of things growing. In Arya Nagarjuna's book, the 2nd chapter, it says basically, it actually talks about literal stepping, like literal stepping of your feet. Gate, right? I don't know if any of you went to the retreats, but like gata. And there's a problem in the Sanskrit because gata means to go and gata means to come or something like that. So it's very hard to translate. But anyway, the idea in my heart, as I understand it, is that things are not moving the way you think they are. Nothing is moving the way you think they are. If things did move the way you think they did, then you wouldn't stop moving, right? If you were self-existently able to walk and run, how come one day you won't be able to walk and run anymore, right? But even, we don't have much time left, but even how things seem to be approaching you. Like if you look out and you see, if you're in Providencia, right? And you see Hero down the street. Oh my God, I can't remember. Can't remember anything. Okay, you on Ruben Dario.
Me? No, I was in Milan.
Yeah, you're okay. I'm saying you're on Ruben Dario in Milan, right? And Hero's walking down the street, right? Thanks, Hero. And he's at Pal's mom's house, okay? It's a ways off. You just see a little dot, right? And then as he approaches you, he gets bigger, apparently. But does he get bigger?
No. Your
Right.
mental image gets bigger.
Yeah, the mental image of makes it seem like things are coming and going. And that's it, right? So they say if you see emptiness directly, which is the meaning of Arya, right? Arya Nagarjuna, that high bodhisattva who saw the essence of reality so well that he wrote a book and he just called it Wisdom, okay? Because it captured the essence of reality, right? You understand that things don't really move. And they say Arya Nagarjuna was an alchemist. He could turn lead into gold. And he did, and he got kicked out of the monastery for it, apparently, because he's like, oh, you guys have money problems? Hold on. He just turned a bunch of stuff into gold.
Hold my lip.
Yeah, he's like, give me a second. Yeah, you understand you can change anything, because if you understand things are coming from seeds, then you wouldn't need to walk anywhere. You could teleport, because and then you got to be like, what, teleport? I never saw anyone do that. Whose problem is that you never saw anyone teleport? Okay,
I never saw a pen.
Right, exactly. No, that's a big joke. Like, talking about people teleporting is like a golden retriever trying to tell another golden retriever about, oh, did you know that chew toys could like change the whole world and make a democracy? And then for 250 years, people would be, having elections because someone wrote the Constitution. They're like, yeah, right. It's just a chew toy, man. It's just like for chewing. It's just a spit on it, you know? It's like that, okay? So maybe we're like that. Okay, one more thing. Chiktade. This is famous. Things are not one and things are not many. Okay, we're gonna finish class with a debate, then we're gonna be done, okay? Rivas, ¿estás listo?
Yeah.
Okay. Take things, chen. Okay? They don't exist. How do you say? Mepa yinte. Because they're not one or many. Chick tade. Peche. So are things one? Are you one person?
No.
You're not one person.
No.
So you're not Alex Rivas.
Yes.
Oh, so you are Alex Rivas.
Apparently.
So you're not the one guy named Alex Rivas?
No, I am not one.
You just said you weren't
But I'm.
Come on, man.
Not because I am Alex Rivas means I am one.
Are you Alex Rivas or not?
Not for everybody.
Ah! Are you Alex Rivas? It says here right on the Zoom.
No, because when my child comes, he's two.
Ah, that's Alexito. Ay.
Yeah.
Are you Alex Rivas?
Yes, I am.
How many Alex Rivases are you?
In my house, there are two.
How many am I talking to right now?
Apparently one.
So are you one or not?
Yes.
Ah, so you are one.
Yes.
Okay, debate over. I'm just having fun. Okay, good. So yeah, of course, we're not saying there isn't a guy named Alex Rivas in his beautiful home in Guadalajara right now, or me talking. What we're saying is that things are not self-existently one and they're not self-existently many. So from their own side, Alex was right. He tried to take a good road. I cut him off though. Yeah, I see him one way, you know, his beautiful wife sees him another. His cute kid, Alexito, sees him another. So we could say there's as many Alexes as there are people to see him. So he's not one in that sense, right? But then you say one or many. So is he many? Okay. And you know, you can say, yeah, he's many because there's different perspectives of him. But then you say, no, how many Alex Rivases am I talking to right now? Just the one, right? So he's not self-existently one, but he's not self-existently many either. And that's the trick, okay? For all of these, for Arya Nagarjuna, for all Madhyamika, you have to put self-existently in there, okay? That's the punchline. It's coming from you because of what you did, because of your karma. That's the whole moral of the class. Okay, I'm supposed to do the homework. I'm already late. I'm sorry. Let's do it really fast. That's the quiz. We did that. No. Okay, here we go. So, oh, this is a whole thing. I didn't know that was on the quiz. That's a thing. I don't know. Okay, it's on the homework. I'll go over it really quick. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was here. This is a whole controversy in Tibetan Buddhism. Whose fault is the current protector controversy? How could it be stopped? Okay, the answer is always the same. Okay, if you see controversies going on, it's because you're acting controversial. So the way to stop it is to not be a blankety blank anymore. Okay, don't create controversies. Okay, there's more to it. You should read it. There's no time, but that's the pith of it. That's the basic understanding. Let me see how many there is, just so I make sure. Okay, I just went over these last ones. Whoa. Okay, we'll make it happen. Sorry if I'm going late. If we continue to take the loss in any situation upon ourselves and continue to give the advantage in other situation, what's to stop others from taking advantage of us? All right. First of all, it's impossible. If you keep doing this practice, you are guaranteed a good life. Okay? If you don't believe me, ask all the senior members of the Guadalajara Sangha. Okay? I knew them 10 years ago or whatever. Okay? Trust me, they're much better off now. Especially Rivas. No, really, if you practice sincerely, you will hit bumps. It will be annoying and you'll want to quit. Trust me. But if you keep giving people the advantage, you have to get the advantage. You have to, especially if you're keeping karma and emptiness in your mind. And if you don't succeed, it is because of the thing you did in the past. And if you ever lose that thought, then that's how you'll fail. Okay? Okay. You can read the answer, but that's the pith of it. Someone asked about Buddhist debate. We did that for 10 classes. There's a whole thing to it, okay? It's all on YouTube. Yay! What does the first Chanka Rinpoche have to say about how we should take the loss in any situation ourselves? You should take it blissfully with no regret. All right? Simple. Not so simple. Okay, so the 8 worldly thoughts, I'm not going to go over them again. I just did all of them, both sets. All right, and then the text says that we can be free of the chains of attachment. How does Chankya Rinpoche explain this attachment? He says it refers to the attachment to the extremes of thinking things are the way they seem to be, which is the 8 thoughts of Arya Nagarjuna we went over. Actually, it's related to that, which implies that they're unchanging and impossible to change. And thinking of that, if things are not the way they seem to be, they cannot exist at all. Yeah. So he focuses on those two, which is the takpa and the chepa. Okay, here it is. Takta. Takta is the view that things are unchanging because they exist. Things will never change because they exist. And then Cheta. Because things don't exist from their own side, then they must not exist at all. Che means to cut. Vajra Chedika, diamond cutter. It means to cut out, like to get rid of it. That is it. Yay! I'm happy. Here, I'll tell you a secret. These classes are much more fun to teach than to take, okay? Kelly McGee can tell you. So the secret is do all your homework, then you get to torture other people, okay? That's part of the lineage too. Es broma, I'm joking. Who wants to sing a song for me?
I can.
Who's that?
Ana Ruth.
Oh, hola. Okay. Here we go.
Hola.
We're gonna plant some seeds to learn Tibetan, okay? Okay, just say Sashi really loud, okay?
Okay. Sashi Puki.
Metro Tram.
Viram.
Rishi.
Sange Mite Uwaki. Dokun Nanda Shinda Shupasho. Iram Guru Ratna Mandala Kamiryatayami.
Say Gewa really loud.
Gewa Di Gewoku Sonam Yeshe Totoshi Sunam Yeshe Leyuwe Dampa Kuni Tuparsho.
Oh. Yay!
Gracias.
Gracias, Word.
Por nada.
Gracias, Word.
Gracias, Word.
Muchas gracias, Word.
El gusto es mío.
Gracias.
Okay, thank you.
That
Thank you.
word.
Thank you,
Gracias.
Aldo, for translating. Woo!
Bevening. Ow.
Thank you, Sunam, for coming to class. Woo! Okay,
Where is it?
Adiós, Unam.
he's here. Okay, see you. Hasta viernes. Do your homework.
Yeah, gracias, Word. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, carnal.
Chido, brother.